So hey there, this is Dwayne Squires. So in this video, it's a bit different to my usual ones, and that's because today I'm going to be showing you a recap of a recent visit of Ghana, where the primary reasons were to purchase a piece of land and to also check up on the farm. So I've split them between two different videos. The first one, this video, is about me buying a new piece of land. And the second video, which will be posted shortly, will be all about an update on the farm that I've had for a number of years and where it is and how far away from its first harvest. Exciting times on both fronts. Really interested to get your comments, really interested to know more about your feedback. And if you're doing something similar or if you're interested, put some comments down below. Plus, if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to subscribe. That means you'll be notified when I bring out new videos like part 2 of this Ghana visit, so that you can be notified straight away. So subscribe if you like it, comment below and follow the journey. So I've just arrived into Ghana, 8/9 hour journey, exhausted. I'm in the capital and I'm about to start the next day on the journey. Okay, so to give you some context, the land I'm purchasing is in the southern region of Accra, which is actually the capital of Ghana. The area is called Pokwase. The reason why I've got this clip showing is because this is a major investment in Ghana's road and infrastructure. This is an interchange which is one of the first of its kind in Ghana as well as West Africa. $94 million was spent on this. To put in context, it can take hours and hours, be stuck in traffic when you get to key roads within Ghana. In this particular area, that is significantly reduced. What would have taken 1 to 2 hours to then change between these key areas has now been reduced to a matter of a few minutes. And what's a positive is that the land I've bought is only 25 to 30 minutes away. Quirkus, do you mind if I record? You'll be on YouTube. When did they start selling it?
Well, for them, they have started a long time, but it's now that most of people have now turned up at that side. Was because of the uni and in the environment. Okay. Yeah, it's like a breed.
So they bought the land, but they hadn't yet sold.
Right now they are selling it.
So we're about to go to that piece of land right now to check it out. So that's the piece of land that I'm literally close to completing on right now. It's right in the hills and it's a rocky road up here. But that's going to be a buy and hold. Follow along and I'll share the story with you. So we've just come up the road and I'm going to show you where we're going to go. So just follow along. To be fair, it's the first time I'm seeing this. You can see it's got a lot of potential, but it's way behind in where it needs to be. So this isn't a short-term investment, this is long-term. To hold it for a number of years and then literally just sit on it until when the right time is. But you go around, you see kind of that there's houses already being developed, that there's houses over there being developed. So things are coming up, but in terms of strong progress yet, it's still some way away. So this isn't a instant return. but it's an area where there's a lot more investment going. There's already been a large development company that's bought up loads of land, and that's always a good sign because it shows there's good infrastructure. But in the next 2 years, it's been earmarked that the whole road is going to be re-tarmacked. And what does that allow for? Better access to then be able to sell it to others. Well, this land that I bought was it's one where the next week it actually went up in value. So that's right, I saved myself 20 to 25% by locking the price the week prior to increasing. So let's give you some background. Most, if not all, the land in Ghana is owned actually by local chiefs. Now, the way it works is they're able to then sell it off on a lease, very similar to what we have in the UK, where you have a leaseholder who purchases and they own the lease for a certain period of time, and you have a freeholder that then actually outright owns the land. So that's a very similar in Ghana. So the freeholder is a local chief and the leaseholder is myself or local buyers, residents or internationals. As I said, save myself 20 to 25% because the chief had a few more plots of land at an agreed price, but he had a swathe of other buyers looking to buy in the area. So because I was able to move very quickly, sooner than the other buyers, we were able to lock in at that lower price, and literally the week after, the price of the land went up. Not only are we seeing prices going up, we're seeing a lot of investment going up, and that's always strong for the future. Where's our land start from?
It start from, it goes where the second palm nut tree.
So this earmarks the section of the land going up further, those 2 palm nut trees, and then let me just bring you around. You'll see in the distance that there's a very light yellow building, and that effectively is the university that was launched in 2021. And what's actually happening is there's road access being developed all the way from there, connecting to the actual university and then going further. Knowing how close this land is to the university, where the university's got 6,000 plus students going to it, for me, this was the icing on the cake. This is what really sealed it for me because the location was fantastic. So what's really great is that there's a lot more opportunity. There's a lot more to go. But a university being built, a road bypass. So all of this is showing really good signs for the future. So as we walk around, you'll be thinking, what are these little roots coming out? That's actually maize, so a nice cash crop. It usually takes around 3 to 6 months to grow out. And then if you've never seen pineapples before being grown, it's actually my first time. This whole section here is pineapple. And this is one of the benefits of Ghana, is that so much potential. This is why Africa as a continent has got so much potential. So much. And then you can see the trees in the background. Funny enough, this is a great tree if you want some good alcohol, isn't it? This is the alcohol one, yeah. So they call it, what's it called?
Palm wine.
So they call it palm wine. How do they do it?
They cut it and they put it down.
Yeah.
And they normally cut the top of the tree.
Yeah.
After that, then you put it down for some time to like
ferment.
Yeah, to ferment.
Yeah.
Then you drill a hole.
Yep.
Then you put a gallon there.
Ah, okay.
Then you start dropping, start coming out.
Maybe we'll see some. We'll have some palm wine later on. So it was actually a funny story that the locals, when before they knew about palm wine, saw elephants go into the tree, and then just after a couple of hours, seeing several tons of an animal literally just fall to the ground and sleep. And they're thinking, what is that? What's that all about? And that's where palm wine then was found. And it's very tasty, very tasty.
Is your feet not hurting? Is you not getting nettles?
The road starts from the down there to the top.
Okay.
So that's why you own is from here to that.
Just to kind of highlight it, what's happening here from the road all the way up to there is, you can't see it now, and this is where vision comes in, is that there's going to be a big road that's being built. So when all the plots are all developed, then they'll marcate it with a road. And as you can see where I'm standing, this pillar to that pillar there that you can see, and then going further up by 100 meters, and then 70 down, and then 100 down. So effectively this area that you can see, 70 by 100 is one plot, and then there's another plot there, and there's one behind and one behind. So there's effectively two that I've got, and there's another two that I've got with a business partner.
So just want to take the opportunity to explain that a bit more and to give some further clarity. Because through further conversations and looking at the paperwork, actually the situation on land was slightly different. Still a good opportunity, but slightly different, and may change how we approach things. So let me show you. It's probably easier to explain it on a piece of paper. So just to give you a quick overview, there's a road, a main road being developed there. There's a piece of land here that's owned by someone else. The road's going to come around, follow it all around up top. There's going to be a roundabout there and continue. There's going to be land down here, and there's going to be plots here and plots here. So where we are is, the plots that we bought is actually 1, 2, and 3. Not what I described before, which was 1, 2, 3, 4. Because the fourth one is actually on this side. This is owned by a business partner. This one's also owned by a business partner, and these two are owned by me. So there's a few opportunities there for us to take. One is we team up and we build a number of rows of properties there. Or we look to buy this one in the future, this one in the future, and potentially try and buy this one in the future. At the moment, that plot has been taken, but there's either a potential to buy it or look to swap it out with this plot. That would give us this larger site to work with. And if you imagine, each plot can hold around 4 to 6 affordable houses. So that would be worst case 4, 8, 12. So 24 affordable houses could potentially be developed on there if we were to buy up that whole land space.
An intention would be as a shed, just hold it. Just hold it and see. At the moment, it's not at a place where it should be building out. As you can see where the grass is, there's no road. But we'll see how it goes in the future. So just to put into perspective where the piece of land is that in the distance, that's the capital of Ghana, so Accra city. So you can see a lot of development there. Now if you follow my hand around, the mountains is where we are. So this is what we call Accra South, Sam area. So the land that I purchased is just over there, just where my finger is. You can see there's already development where you see those large houses there. And where we bought the land, I was just informed that there's a new development going which will develop several hundreds of houses for locals and expats to live, and it's literally just across the road.
Let me bring you back to that sketch that I created in order to show you where that large developer is situated to our land. So as described, here's our 3/4 plots, future up to 5 or 6. This is the main road going in. Now where this large developer is literally sat right here. They've got 1,500 properties that they're going to be developing over long term. We're literally just a stone throw away from them.
Now they haven't started developing, but they've secured the land, and they're doing one part of the area first, and then at some time in the future they're going to do where we are. So that could be next year, it could be 10 years, it could be 15 years. But when you know there's going to be a huge development on the door of where we're buying, naturally without doing anything, the price of the land is going to increase. So just the land would be a good secure investment. But the intention is that we're going to do something of a similar ilk, which is to develop houses ourselves or apartments, not to the same scale, but at the time when we do come to it, we'll have a finalized plan of what that looks like. So just take it all in. You can see it's a really nice mountain that goes all the way down to Accra. So this is the fruit itself.
This is the fruit itself,
Yeah,
and this is the nuts.
nuts.